Bonjour. Ça va? How might I be of service to you extremely distinguished gentlemen on this crisp November afternoon?
We're the Shut-Ups, and we've been looking for a podcast.
We're not exactly sure what we're after, but thinking really might have to be cheap.
We've been trying to make a podcast ourselves.
We were hoping it would come naturally. We've been trying for a couple of years now, and it's just not really taking.
But it's hard for five guys.
We were hoping it'd be something a little bit absurdist.
The podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
Not the conception.
Well, then, based on you fellas' budget, let me take you on over to the clearance rack, show you folks what we have to offer. First one we have here is a cooking podcast called Cooking for One that's tailored to lonely people cooking only for themselves.
No. That's too close to home.
Alright, okay, well, we aim to please here at the Podcasting Warehouse. We got a couple others here as well. This one's called Things Your History Teacher Should Have Told You Twice. This particular podcast focuses on the parallels of what caused the fall of the Roman Empire and the same mistakes that the American people are making now. It's the Red Light Special this week.
That's even more depressing than the cooking show.
America doesn't make mistakes.
What else you got?
Okay, alright. I think this one's going to be your bag. Well, this here's a newer podcast that was born in May, has all its shots,
Good.
appears to be worm-free,
Cute
and
little
is
guy.
definitely spunky.
Not too spunky, though.
It's a variety show podcast, but the catch is the Georgia Podcasting Guild mandates that you must have a licensed practicing comedian on board to adopt the show.
I hate that guild.
Why?
It's my least favorite guild.
Red tape.
Of all the guilds we'd have to deal with.
Yeah, how do we get a licensed comedian?
Well, I don't know, it's a long shot, but I was reading this article about a comedian the other day. Guy's name's Tom Russell.
You read about a comedian?
Yeah, I mean, it said it was pretty funny. Had a good bit about fish. It could be a cool show. Why don't we give him a call? See if he's down for it.
I mean, if you read about a comedian, that's probably a good thing to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go on.
Thank you. Relationships in the room. Where are we? Where are we in the relationship? When is it gonna end, you think? Who's gonna end it? Is it gonna be you? Is it gonna be you? Where are you? Not very good at relationships. I don't know if you can tell by my demeanor or Harry Houdini eyes, but women just don't really... Ever since I was like 13 years old, every time a girl has hugged me, we've been in a group, she saves me for last, and as she goes in to hug me, she says, I'm hugging everybody, which is not... Yeah, it's not the hug I wanted.
Hello?
Hey, man, it's the Shut-Ups. Look,
Okay.
yeah, we have found a podcast down here at the Podcast Warehouse on sale, and it's so cute. It's adorable. We just got to have it. And they tell us that we can't have it unless we get a comedian as a special guest.
I'm a comedian.
That's exactly why we were calling you. Would you want to be into something like that?
I don't know, because, like, you know, we do stuff like this all the time, and you usually let me just hold the bag while you go out and do other things. Like, remember that bodega that we opened? We opened a bodega together,
Yeah.
and you didn't help at all. You, like, ate the
Bodega?
food, you drank on the job, you didn't even drink our supply. You, like, used the money from the bodega to go buy better quality liquor.
Well, I mean, it was summer. It was hot. It was thirsty.
Liquor's not a...
What's a bodega?
Did someone just ask what a bodega is? We all went in on one. We invested in one.
We did?
Yeah. Oh, okay. A podcast is a lot of work, and it's just so much responsibility. So, like, you just have to clean it, you have to feed it, you have to nurse it when it gets sick. It's a big deal.
I know, we know it's a big deal, but please, Tom, I promise this time, we'll all do the work.
Please, Tom.
Yeah.
Please.
Tom. Hey, Tom.
Please.
Hey, Tom.
Please.
Hey, Tom.
Is that
Please.
Don?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's
Tom.
here. The whole
Don,
band is
what's
here.
up?
Please.
Oh,
I mean, we'll set up the website. We'll get the RSS feed going. We promise, man. I mean, this time it's gonna be different. We'll write all the sketches. We'll even sign waivers. Post about it. And we'll feature your name first on the title credits. Please. Come on, Tom. Please.
okay. On one condition,
What's that?
can you get Don to say please again?
Maybe.
Come on, Don. Come on, dude.
But like he means it. And like we're friends.
Well, how much does he have to mean it?
Just enough for me to not think he's lying.
Just for clarification, I don't have to actually mean it, right, Tom?
Okay, don't blow this.
Come on. Just.
Okay.
We need a podcast.
Tom. Yes, Don.
Please.
All right, I'm in. Okay.
I can try it again, Tom.
right.
No.
You'll do it?
I don't want you to try it again. Don't sully the moment.
Oh no.
Get the podcast and meet me for coffee, and we'll talk about how this is going to work.
Will do, Tom. Thank you so much. We'll see you in about half an hour.
Thanks, Tom.
thanks for agreeing to be our comedian so that we could get this podcast. We wanted to do a podcast.
Oh, sure.
You sure you are licensed, right?
As a comedian, yes.
Could we see the credentials? Did you?
I have them around. I'll show them to you later.
Is it a long form?
No, it's short form.
Yeah, they're gonna want to see the long form.
I have my Herald pass as well, so that'll be fine. It'll make sense to people who want to see it.
We'll figure it out.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you're the comedian.
I believe you. I actually believe he's credentialed. We just don't want to run the risk of having our podcast revoked.
Well, that's fair, and I understand where y'all are coming from, but
We can forge your comedy credentials if we need to at the end of this process to get this podcast happening.
We know a guy.
credentials.
I hope no one's recording this. As you just said.
really wish you would believe me at some point during this talk.
Well, it's not that we don't believe you, Tom. It's just that it's nice to have some proof.
Did y'all? I mean, it's
Credentials.
just,
I think at this point we all believe you that you're a comedian.
you don't have to be Don condescending about all this.
Well, I kind of do have to be Don condescending about this, don't I?
You are listening to the Don Condescending Call-In Show. If you have a question for Don Condescending, call 1-800-ASK-DON.
Hello, caller.
Hello, Don. Long-time listener, first-time
Yeah.
caller.
Right.
How can I tell the love of my life? I found out she's engaged to my friend.
I recommend charades.
Oh, I didn't think of that before. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Next caller.
Don, hello?
Yes.
What is it like to be Don condescending?
Have you heard the parable about a metaphor whose greatest pleasure in life was to contemplate the fact that he was not a simile, but only like a simile? It's not like that. Next caller.
Dear Don, what kind of supremacist should I be?
You know, this is really one of those situations where there is no wrong answer. Mostly people default to their own racial identity, though in reaction to that, others have gone with a racial identity not their own. The problem with identifying so strongly with an entire race is you'll have to answer for millions of messed up people. On the other hand, they'll answer for you too. I've always preferred to be a self-supremacist, though, so as not to be compromised.
Have you been to a music festival lately? Don't you wish you could hear live music without having to crawl into a fly-blown butthole of bohemian dinge, a mildewed hovel of depraved humanity where reachy hipsters converge to ritually defile the festering corpse of personal hygiene? A rancid shit sack where mangy offscum of Chuck Berry revel in smoldering fumes of flatulence? If you do, be sure to mark your calendars for December 15th, when Athens' Nowhere Bar hosts the first annual Cleanliness Festival. Immaculately conceived by international pop sensation The Shut-Ups, the Cleanliness Festival provides, if only for a few hours, an escape from the loose morals, the questionable grooming habits, the vulgar exhortations to commit graffiti, and the lurid invitations to contract low-grade venereal diseases that plague 21st century nightlife. Though as of yet no additional bands have been confirmed for the show, the Shut-Ups have assured the public that all participating musicians will meet the strictest standards of personal cleanliness and professional etiquette. Artists that we haven't ruled out automatically include the Archies, Ricky Martin, Gary Newman, Celine Dion, Kraftwerk, Babyface, The Cleaners from Venus, Pat Boone, Slim Goodbye, the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Morrissey's rumored to have recused himself due to a minor outbreak of postmenopausal acne. Says Dapper Shut-Up's frontman Don condescending over a parsley-flavored smoothie laced with liquid plumber.
I'm most excited about who's not coming. For instance, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Butthole Surfers, Canned Heat.
Off the record, sources close to the festival have confirmed that the high-profile non-participation of Jane's Addiction, the Butthole Surfers, Country Joe and the Fish, The Grateful Dead, Arlo Guthrie, Sly Stone, Iggy and the Stooges, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Patti Smith, Rage Against the Machine, the MC5, George Clinton and the P-Funk All-Stars, Sonic Youth, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, The Surviving Ramone, if any, Soul Coughing, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Korn, Queens of the Stone Age, Alanis Morissette, Widespread Panic, The Black Keys, The Fugs, The Mothers of Invention, Hoobastank, Diarrhea Perlman, The Lazy Wipes, and of course, Fartbag.
Oh, I can't wait not to see Fartbag.
I was beginning to think I'd never not see Hoobastank.
A carefully screened security staff of hairless, sun-deprived Scandinavians will stand at the door inspecting prospective concert-goers for dirty fingernails, mismatched clothing, and halitosis. Trained bloodhounds will sniff crotches and armpits. There will be random and targeted lice checks and an absolute prohibition on plaids and dreadlocks. Those wearing strong cologne will be presumed to be hiding something shameful. Even if you make it past the bloodhounds, there is...
Flu shots are flying off the shelves, but are you safe? You've heard of swine flu and bird flu, but the CDC warns that the worst flu ever could be on its way. We now go over to the studio with our correspondent, who has taken a moment to interview Dr. Pepper Fletcher Felcher Fly-Flu and Flannery Fleury about the latest epidemic. Over to you, Pepper Granda.
The zombie fly flu, which is also known as the fly flu or zombie fly flu because it can infect you with flu if a fly flew on you. When the virus becomes airborne, a fly can fly through fly flu, and if it flew through zombie breath, it could become infected with the zombie fly flu. Once the flu-infected fly flies on you, you may become a zombie. Some have said this is the most infecting flu due to the fact that fly flu-infected flies fly feverishly once infected by fly flu. I'm here with Dr. Fly Floofin, who did fly, has flown, not sure about the grammar there, into the studio to speak about the potential zombie fly flu epidemic. Dr. Fly Floofin, welcome to the studio. How was your flight from Florida?
I actually flew in from Florence, where the zombie fly flu epidemic is reaching record heights because the flies are flying so high they formed a floating fortress in the sky above the city.
Tell us about how the flies get infected with the fly flu and become fly flu flies that fly into our lives, and how we can avoid becoming fly flu infected zombies.
Well, Pepper, the zombie fly flu is a flu that is a vector-borne illness that is spread by a particular zombie inflection, which causes the infection to fly from the mouths as the flies fly through the specific fly flu inflections of the zombies, which include sounds like bleh, 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 bleh. And the flies become infected with the zombie fly flu they flew through. There is nothing modern medicine can do with patients once they have contracted the flu, but the medical community recommends fearlessly finding flu shots.
Is it good? Y'all good at sex in this room? Who? Let's do that one more time. Who's good at sex in this room? Shit, that's a lot of y'all. I am not. I'm not even confident enough to lie about it, guys. I don't last long enough for a girl to fake it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like Fruit Stripes gum, and I don't come with a free tattoo. I just come when you don't want me to. Sex with me is like hitchhiking. Like, I can get you close. But you're gonna have to thumb it the rest of the way. I can't do everything for you. So bad at sex. Bad at a lot of things. I'm unhealthy. I don't eat very well. Like today from lunch, I had ham stuffed into a hot dog bun. Like a white trash croissant. Like not even a flaky croissant. It was a dry and stale croissant. I haven't stretched in 5 years. So I developed a UTI when I was 16 that I still carry with me to this day. Yeah. There's not enough vodka cranberries in the world that's getting rid of this thing. It smells god-awful.
Hey, Don? Do you know how I can find a fully licensed comedian?
No. Next caller.
Hi, Don.
Hi.
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 Hi. Hi.
You sound Canadian.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. How can I tell my sex partners that I can become aroused only when I smell maple syrup?
Did you say aroused?
Yeah, aroused.
Well, the way I think of it is, why tell when you can show? Next.
Hi, Don.
Hi.
I have a question.
Yes.
What should I do?
This question relies on a number of premises. For starters, this idea of an I or self that does things. Second, the idea that this non-existent self should do anything. Third, the idea that a non-existent self could do anything. Fourth, the idea that there is anything, a what, if you will, to do. Hope this helps. Next.
Yo, Don. Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, Don.
This is Don.
Yo.
Yo.
How do I keep from being born?
When I was in the womb, they loved me tender. They were missing horns about my gender. Mom and Dad renewed their wedding curses. For better or for worse, they said. And here's what worse is. Pre-K hates me, taste me, didn't care. College told me, lonely to the man behind my chair. Yesterday you sailed me, morning nearly nailed me. And you, tomorrow, good news, she was in the mood. Bad news, she was with some dude. And from what I understand, someone's breaking up my band. Freaker hates me, taste me, didn't care. College told me, lonely to the man behind my chair. Yesterday betrayed me, this morning nearly slayed me. And you, tomorrow, and the days pile up like crashing cars. The only pleasure showing off your scars. Hates me, dates me, didn't care. College told me, lonely to the man behind my chair. Yesterday you sailed me, morning nearly nailed me. And you, tomorrow, it's tomorrow, it's
I'd remove all Teddy Pendergrass recordings from the immediate vicinity of anyone who might otherwise become your parents.
Two cool tunes.
Yeah.
Before the
Jam it
shout-outs?
Yeah, the bad habits.
It was a good time, though. We had a great time.
What?
We?
Tom?
Well, yeah, the bad habits. Not just me.
I didn't think.
What were you doing?
No, I was with y'all.
You were?
I was in the band.
With us?
Yeah.
You were in the bad habits?
You were
yes.
next door?
I remember. I was there. I don't have to remember this. We
You
did
were
this.
in the bad habits?
This is not like I don't have credentials for this.
There's one
I
way
can't
we
show
can
you.
tell. There's one way. How do you spell
Bad
the band
habits?
name? Yeah, bad habits.
It was BBADHABITS.
Right.
I can't believe that.
Man, this is kind of awkward. You guys don't remember?
Y'all called me because I thought we had history. I didn't
remember we had history. I'm still
sure?
not remembering it, but how would you have known how we spelled? It's not like we had shows or played our music for anyone other than ourselves.
I wrote one of your songs. One of our songs.
Were you the guy who did
Another Brick in the Wall Part 2.
What?
Oh.
Are you sure it's a Bad Habit song? Though?
Guppy Love? He wrote Guppy Love? I thought you wrote Guppy Love.
I'm pretty sure I wrote Guppy Love.
Maybe
I
you didn't.
I'm pretty sure I would remember who wrote Guppy Love.
Well, you don't even remember that I was in the band.
I wrote Guppy Love
Well,
all by myself.
Lots of things were
You
going on.
weren't even
Korea, Vietnam, dream sequences. There was a lot going on. So maybe you forgot.
Maybe we missed it. You didn't have any guppies anyway, right?
Yeah, it was my sister's guppies.
So where would you have gotten them? Did you have guppies, Tom?
My sister had guppies. She
That's
loved
probably
them.
where we...
Yeah.
Well,
Where
you sure
I-
you wrote it, or you just knew somebody with guppies?
No, I didn't. I knew both of these things are true. I knew the guppies. I knew the love between them and my sister, and I wrote about it. And then we had this song.
This sounds like a completely different storyline from the song that I'm familiar with called Guppy Love. Are you sure it was Guppy Love by the Bad Habits?
Look, you and I can both forget things, all right? I don't remember exactly the song, but I remember kind of how I came up with it. And I wrote it for y'all. With y'all.
Tom, would you mind singing a little bit of that?
Tom.
Yeah, are you ready, Tom?
Guppy Love?
Yeah,
Guppy
for old
Love on
time's
4.
sake.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Down at the bottom of the fish tank, crawling around, bump into each other. Now what have you found? Guppy Love! Guppy Love! Guppy Love! Guppy Love!
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
Right?
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I
that's
think
pretty close.
I think
That's exactly
I think I
right.
like that better.
Yeah, it was a feminist ballad, well before the progressiveness of our day.
Yeah.
That does sound like
It
something
sound-
I would have written. I guess we would have written, I suppose.
Well, I mean, we didn't. I did, but y'all performed it. So we don't.
okay. Let's just talk about this podcast for a minute. What else can we do?
Okay, so circle back to that.
Well, I mean, it sounds like we have to figure out what the actual history of the band was. We have some disagreement here about who was in the Bad Habits.
You know, I wasn't in the band for very long. I was just during the peak years.
Yeah. So what if we give you the top billing, right?
Okay.
So Tom, and then whatever your last name is currently. We'll say this, and what is
Okay.
it? And then shut-ups. Is that right? I mean,
That's
it's okay.
right.
We give Tom top billing.
Whatever it takes.
We can't lose the podcast.
So Tom, we can make all sorts of concessions. I mean, just whatever it takes to get the podcast. I mean, look at his eyes. You're gonna make him cry if you don't say yes.
Well, we'll do whatever we need to do to
right.
get this podcast going.
All right. Excellent. Excellent.
Good.
So I think
Tom.
we need a computer, right? Like a laptop for the thing.
Yeah, I guess you need that.
Kids use that to record stuff these days. Yeah, sure.
Wait,
All right.
you don't even need a micro. The computer has a microphone already in it.
These days.
We don't even need a microphone.
We just need a computer.
Yeah.
Because that's where the podcast goes into when we say it.
I bet Tom invented computers.
Okay.
Do you have a computer, Tom?
No, I think we actually have to go buy one. So
There's a short circuit city down the street. Let's just
let's
go.
All right. Go.
Okay.
Hey there, sailor! What's got you so blue? You barely touched your cranberry sauce. It's even still in the shape of the can, just like you like it.
Yeah, I know. It's hysterical and all. And somewhere in the universe is a version of me smiling and choking down turkey-flavored schnapps. But this me here is stressed out about Christmas. I don't want to get whacked over no X-Cube or some shit. I'm gonna have to sell my wife's meat.
Hey now, take it easy, you sad bastard. Haven't you heard about the Black Friday sale tomorrow at Short Circuit City?
Nah, they're gonna have cheap crap.
Oh man, they're gonna have the cheapest crap you can imagine at rock bottom prices. Check this out. 30% off all weapons of immaculate conception.
Whoa, that is dirt cheap.
If you think that's a steal, so to speak metaphorical like, wait till you hear this. Half off all currently and soon to be obsolete smartphones and digipads. They've got Russian versions of all your favorite Sony and Samsung smart TVs that they're giving away to anyone who survives this fracas. And if that don't rock your shit, they've got a warehouse full of gaming units that fell off a truck. And if you can just keep your big fucking mouth shut, you can take your pick of the litter and surprise the kids. I mean, these here ain't garbage. It's the real deal here.
Fan-friggin-tastic. Maybe a tad risky, but fuck yeah, I'm in.
Oh, dude, I almost forgot. Every year, they raffle off the chance to sit on the Santa Cuckoo's lap so she can tell you what she wants, for Christmas. I don't know if what you want really exactly comes into play, but...
you had me at cheap crap. Let's do this. When does it start?
Starts at 7 a.m., so take it easy on the cutty sock, eh?
Oh.
Free fly flu shots with every purchase, whether you want it or not. Sale lasts for one day only. All deals subject to changes, that's just the way it works. Get your shit while supplies last. Short Circuit City is not responsible for any eye gouging, broken limbs, genital punches, or any other injuries customers may incur with the ensuing pandemonium that always seems to break out with our Black Friday blowouts. Good luck, jerkos.
Today on Hanging Within the Coop, we're going to discuss the hot button issue of pro-choice versus pro-no-choice, and how hens should have the choice of whether their eggs should be allowed to hatch and live life before being slaughtered in the name of the colonel, or if their unborn baby could just stay in their shell until becoming a scrambled fetus special at Crack Barrel. Joining us today are pro-choice leader Papa Clucks and pro-no-choice leader Sebastian Featherbottom. Let's hear from you first, Mr. Featherbottom.
I believe that Dog, our Father in heaven, knows which fellow chickens will love their insignificant life in a cage, being fattened and pumped up and deep fried for the colonel, and which ones need to be free in range, scratching the green grass and laying eggs that only upper middle class and above get to enjoy. And Dog knows which ones are murderers, thieves, and chicken motherfuckers, and has them scrambled at Crack Barrel before they have a chance to disgrace the chicken race.
It's absurd that you believe our sophisticated species shouldn't get the choice to decide what choices are made with their own body. A mother shouldn't have to be forced to see her egg hatch and be locked in a cage if that's the life the chick will be born into. A mother always knows best.
Well, I heard of the mother that set a designated scramble to the free range, and we all remember the church's chicken massacre of 2013.
Siri.
Let's go get this last one. Okay, I think their computers are... Whoa! Oh, man, there's a lot of people here.
Oh, great deals.
Well... Deals, yeah. I mean, there's big TVs. Where are all these computers? Come on, little guy. Come on. Let's go, buddy. Let's get you a computer. The store is really dirty.
Well, it's full of people. It's Tom. Please, it's Tom. Don't forget me, Don.
Oh, you can get a fly flu shot here.
Where'd you go, Don?
Timmy!
Oh. Okay, this is Tom. My name's Tom.
Where'd he go?
Don, please stop wandering off and stop getting my name wrong.
Oh, wait.
Where's the
podcast?
Tom?
Wait, I think...
I thought you were watching the podcast.
No, I thought you were
watching it.
Jason!
Maybe he's in line over
Don?
at the podcast.
Wait, I lost Don.
Hey,
Don?
podcast.
Don?
Tom.
Don, if you're around the TVs, they're for stealing. Don't buy them.
Tom, where are you?
Wait. I think he went over by the... I think he's behind the Santa Cougar line.
Tom, I found your credential.
Don? Oh, shh.
Jason?
Don, I need that credential.
Don't worry, Tim, I got it.
Where am I? Okay, it says my name on the credential.
Yeah, it says Tim.
Where's that guy that says the funny stuff?
We lost the podcast.
I don't see the podcast anywhere.
Jason?
Ben?
Hey, Dad.
Ben? I lost the podcast.
Where'd he go?
Oh, I lost the credential.
No! I need that.
I lost the lyrics to go.
Code Adam. Looking for a 6-month-old podcast wearing purple shorts, an incredible Hulk tank top, and a hat that says beef. It's what's for dinner.